Hello everyone, I just wanted to go over a few things on the syllabus that you've already been sent via email. So make sure that you do download that for yourself and read through it completely. I'm just going to highlight a few very important things here, but it is important that you read through it entirely yourself, okay? So please do that, but I just wanted to point out what you can find here and what's important to pay attention to here especially, okay? So this is the same, by the way, whether you're enrolled in English 101A or regular 101. So I have a 101A syllabus up here, but it's all the same really. 101A just has a bit more emphasis on grammar and punctuation and mechanics and style and that kind of thing. So those students will do a little more of that practice, but otherwise the setup of the course and the kinds of major assignments you do are all the same whether you're enrolled in 101 or 101A. So it's all Composition 1. So welcome to Composition 1. So in this course, you of course will be learning about college composition and how to put together a proper essay and to research well for your future college classes. So that's really the emphasis here. So at the top of your syllabus, you will find all the basic information about the course. You will find my name and my email here. Email really is the best way to contact me, so I recommend that as the primary way of contacting me. I do have a Zoom office phone if you absolutely need to contact me right away by phone during my office hours. You can use that, but honestly I check the campus email throughout the day, so it's probably the best way to contact me. And using the full email rather than the inbox in Canvas is really better because we can attach more documents and that kind of thing to it. So that's really the preferred way to contact me, nicole.dean@yc.edu. And then my office hours, which are held in Building 3 on the Prescott campus in room 243, are Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and 4 to 5 p.m. So those times specifically, you will be able to find me if you want to see me in person. If those times don't work for you or you just want to have a different time, you can set up a Zoom time with me, or you possibly even in an in-person meeting. You just have to contact me and see if that's possible. But Zoom is always a possibility if you can't come in person. Okay, so also on your syllabus you'll find the meeting time and place and the days. Of course, this will vary by which class you're in and whether you're in 101 or 101A. So just be aware that you can get all that vital information here along with the CRN number. And there's a description of the class. As I already suggested, it is about essay writing, and it's also about argumentation and rhetoric and reading critically and reading actively. So you'll be developing all of those skills. So this is the description from the actual course catalog, so if you want to look at that you can. And there's also the course content and the learning outcomes here, which are along the lines of what I just described. Okay, so we'll be looking at the different parts of an essay and different aspects of writing throughout the class, and we'll be practicing that. Okay, and then this is how your grade is calculated. You'll notice that the formal essays, the 3 big essays that we're writing, are the most heavily weighted for your grade. So there's 2 essays of 3 to 5 pages and 1 longer essay, which is due the very end of the semester, that is 5 to 7 pages. Okay, so the 2 shorter essays, the 3 to 5 page essays, are 15% of the grade each. So that's still a pretty good chunk, but the last essay is the most heavily weighted at 30% of the grade. So make sure that you get that done well, because it's like the final exam in the class. So it's the most heavily weighted, most important assignment. And it's going to be a research paper with citations and all of that. So it's truly a kind of scholarly academic piece that's getting you ready for that college writing. The other two, one is a narrative essay, so you're telling a story about yourself, but it also has some sort of point that you're trying to make through that story. And then there's a reading response paper where you are basically responding to a speech and analyzing that speech, okay? And then there's the writing lab activities. Those are a variety of things that we may do in class or online, so be aware of that. And then there's also the Lumen quizzes. So for that, you would read the Lumen materials that are in the modules, and there's about one module every 2 weeks. So I recommend getting one week, read the material, the next week take the quiz, okay? So there's several of those. There's about one every 2 weeks. So just continuously read through those, and those add up to 15%. So no one is weighted that heavily, but over time they add up. If you need to retake it, you automatically get a second chance, and it's, by the way, just open book on the honor system that you'll do it on your own. So make sure that happens. And then if you need a third attempt, just email me and I'll add another attempt for you, okay? And then there is a participation and attendance grade of 5%, okay? And then the overall grading policy is your typical 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89% is a B, etc. And I do accept the major essays slightly late, except the last one, because I can't take the last one after the last day. But the first two, essay 1 and essay 2, I can accept them up to 3 days late, but 10% will be deducted. The other smaller assignments I can accept late. Now, the exception is the Lumen quizzes, because technically if you miss one and I give you a 0, you still have the chance to retake it because you automatically get a second chance, okay? So the Lumen quizzes are the one thing you really can take late. And I do allow one rewrite of the major essays, okay? So you can rewrite one essay if you like. Attendance is mandatory, so I am taking roll each time, so make sure you are here. It's essential to doing well in the class. The people that do come regularly do so much better on the essays, because we go step by step through everything you need, and we check each step of the way, your thesis statement, we look at your intro, we look at outline, that sort of thing. So you're getting feedback on the way instead of just doing not so great job at the last minute, okay? So come to class, please, and come on time. Half absences are late, essentially. So if you come late, I give you half credit for attendance, not full attendance. And that doesn't matter if you're 5 minutes late or 20 minutes late. You need to be here on time, okay? And then, of course, there's the basic information here about class conduct and using Canvas. Everything's turned in on Canvas, so make sure you have access to that and are checking the modules regularly. Treat everybody well, of course, in the online environment as well as in class, and of course avoid plagiarism, and that means any attempt to present somebody else's work as your own, of course including AI. We don't use AI in any capacity in this class because it's about you learning to write. Turnitin does catch that now, so be careful. You don't want to use that, and you don't want to accidentally or purposefully take anybody else's information from the internet or from other people's assignments or what have you. Also, if you want to reuse work that you've done before, normally that's not allowed. If you have some reason why you really want to do that and you plan to completely redevelop it, you can talk to me about that, okay? But usually you want to do brand new work for this class because you're getting new credit for it, okay? So just watch out with that. And then in terms of what you need for the class, you do need, of course, some sort of computer. We have computer labs on campus if you don't have your own computer, and they check out laptops from the library, so that's a possibility if you don't have your own. And please download the full version of Word. I'll go through that in class if you don't know how to do that, but you get it free from the college. So I'd like you to do your assignments on there. Ultimately, it's the best, especially for the final paper. A lot of people want to use like Google Drive and things like that, which you can convert into Word, but for that final assignment especially, it gets a little bit difficult with all the citations and all of that, okay? So we'll talk more about that in class, but be aware that you do need Microsoft Word, which you get free from the college. And of course you need some sort of internet access. Again, you can of course always get it on campus, but if you want to do your work at home, you're going to have a reliable internet connection. And everything else is provided in the Canvas course. So Lumen is already provided. There's no fee for that or anything. Everything's just free in the actual Canvas course, okay? Also, I'd like you to use and download Grammarly. That's again free through the college, for the full version that is. You can get a partial version free anyway, but you can get the full version free as a student. So we'll talk about how to download that also and how to use it well. It sometimes does things a little bit in a way that's difficult because it's not perfect. So we'll talk about that a little bit in class, okay? And then you'll find the course schedule here. It has all the due dates. This will also be available online. You'll see kind of a to-do list in the Canvas course, what you need to do next. One thing to remember though is make sure that you are going through the modules in Canvas, not just going immediately to the to-do list and doing the work, because you need to read through the module and make sure that you understand each assignment, that you've read all the Lumen material and what have you, okay? So make sure you're reading through those modules in the Canvas course, okay? But anyway, this is an overview of everything that's due for each module. As I said, there's one module every 2 weeks, and everything is due Sunday except for that final paper. So you can see what's due here, you know, how many assignments are due and what is due. All right, so you can look through that and kind of keep up with things if you like, or you can just do it through the Canvas course, but this gives you an idea, okay? All right, and then after that, there's the institutional policies and instructor procedures. These are the same in all the classes, so I'm not going to go through any of these, the academic integrity and course withdrawal and that sort of thing, since they are the same in all classes. But if you haven't already read it for some other class, go ahead and read through and make sure you understand everything here. These are your responsibilities as a student, essentially. So go ahead and read through that. Also, I tend to get things back to students in a week if it's a shorter assignment, and I try to do 2 weeks for a longer assignment. If I need more time, I will let you know, but it takes me a while to get through the longer assignments because those are heavily weighted, and I try to give some good feedback for that, okay? So that's about it for that. You can read through all of this, and here's my contact as well. So just contact me if you have any questions about the course. I'd be happy to answer them even while I'm away. I can answer your emails. So, but until then, until next time, enjoy your first week of classes, and do reach out if you have any questions, and I will see you next week. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.